Hello, everybody. This is St. Charles. It is Saturday, the 19th of July, 2025. Going to start with Hammer, and this is one we gave last week. And we said that we thought we were going to see trading down to this blue box zone down here at 1.79 down to 1.49, which was correct. And indeed, we got a response to the upside. And I think that, we gave this red box zone target here at 3.54 up to 4.08. And I think that's where we're heading sort of short term. So that, for me, another great call from last week. So well done, those who took the trade. Next we're going to do is PANR. This is a chart request. And this one here, just flip back to the daily. This one, it's a bit of a tricky one. I don't really have a blue box entry. However, it looks like it's sort of around the bottom here at 23.5. So I think that sort of 18 pence, 18.38 was kind of the low. And I've got a red box zone target there at 76.9 up to 92.8, which obviously it's not going to go in a straight line. But I think that, we've obviously got this gap here to play for at 40.25. And I think that's probably going to be the first target. And I've sort of drawn this sort of expectation of where I think it's going to go. I think we're going to get it up to about 37, 38 pence, get a bit of a pullback, and then we're going to get a final leg a bit higher and probably sort of touch 45 pence. Before we sort of get a bit of a corrective move. And then hopefully, if news is good out of the company, well, then we can make our way up towards that bigger red box zone target. But first of all, for me, I think that first gap there at 40.05, and then, probably we might even touch that second gap at 50 pence, who knows, but we'll map that one as we go along. Next one I'm going to do is SWC. And I think this is the sort of the granddad of all Bitcoin sort of plays out there, or crypto plays. And I've got sort of two targets here. They should have been red boxes actually, but I've obviously put them as blue. I mean, technically speaking, I think that the most logical, we've had sort of a wave one there, and I think that ideally, you'd see trading down into sort of 15.2 before you got to bounce another wave to the upside, so something like that, and then like that. However, I don't think that's probably going to be the what's going to actually play out. I've got another blue box zone in the middle. And I think that, we're going to see sort of a corrective move, probably down towards this 121.68 down to 79.65 before then we make our way higher. That's what I'm expecting, something like that. And I mean, I don't have another target to go for from where we are at the moment. And who knows, it needs to sort of break this prior low at 184 for that sort of, but it should be a red box to be activated. But I think I would see how the summer sort of period plays out before sort of taking an entry on that one. So that's just me from a charting perspective. The next one I'm going to do is Mirriad, and this one sort of had a bit of a mixed bag, hasn't it? But it's actually done really well from those who took the low at sort of 0.008. It went all the way up to 0.022, didn't it? And we sort of had some consolidation around here. Where I'm expecting this to go, especially if we get some news, I think that's going to be roughly around the bottom. We've sort of had a double bottom there. And I think, if we can go and sort of break and hold above this 0.02 level, I think we'd be into this red box zone here, which I've got at 0.0262 all the way up to 0.035 pence, basically, isn't it? So I think it's probably something like that. I mean, who knows, with news we could even shoot them much higher than that, but this is where I probably see it playing out without knowing what's going to happen in the future. Probably something like that, get another pullback, and then hopefully we can make another leg higher again at some stage in the future. But that for me is my initial target, 0.0262 all the way up to 0.0348. So that is Mirriad. I think that looks pretty good for a next leg up. Next one I'm going to do is OMI, and just get that one up. This one, absolutely brilliant call from us. We said before that we thought we would see trading down to this red box zone here, 8.52 down to 6.9, which is correct. We've seen trading this week up to 11.5 pence, so that's doing really well. And I think that, as I've said before, from that blue box zone there, where we said we thought we were going to see sellers, which is correct again. But for me, I think we're going to sort of break this prior high at some stage in the near future, and we're going to see trading up to 16.65 up to 19.5 pence, and possibly higher, who knows. So that's OMI, worth doing some research. CEG is my next one, and Challenger Energy Group. And this one here is another great call of ours. We actually, did we call this? Probably didn't. I think this is a chart request for today, actually. So, but I've got a blue box reversal zones there at 7.26 down to 6.58. In fact, I did have this one. So thank you for whoever gave the chart request. But for me, I think that, we see some trading up. And hopefully up towards this prior high at 10.7, and I think then we should be trading up to probably 11.75 up to 13.6 pence. That's CEG, worth doing some research. I think we called that previously, didn't we, down at 5.5 pence all the way up. But there you go. I still think that red box is where we're going to be heading in the sort of short medium term. Next we go SVNS is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one here, I mean, that's hit my blue box target there at 0.3 up to 0.32 pence, isn't it, roughly? And I'm sort of expecting a bit of a pullback here. I've probably over-exaggerated things there, but, personally speaking, I want to see a bit of a pullback, and then hopefully we can make another wave higher. So for me, I think I want a bit more trading data before I sort of give another target on that one. There's another chart request. Fab is my next one, and another chart request, this one. And indeed, another great call from us. We said that this 6.96 down to 6.2 was where we would expect buyers to step in, and indeed, during the course of the week, we have seen that happen. And for me, breaking a hold above 10.5 should give us this red box zone here at 13.5 to 16 pence. So that is fab, worth doing some research. It looks pretty good that that should continue its rise to the upside. TRP is my next one, another chart request, I believe. And again, another great call from us. We said that the reversal zone 0.0292 down to 0.0212, and indeed, bull stepped in, and we're now trading at 0.04. So that was roughly a bagger from those who took it from when we highlighted it a long while back. For me, breaking a hold above sort of 0.05 pence should bring us up to this red box zone here at 0.07. I'm going to say up to 0.08 pence. So that is TRP, potentially a possible bagger in that one. EME is my next one, and I haven't covered this one for a while, I don't think. In fact, that was an incorrect. We thought we might see a bit of a bounce there to the upside, but for me, I think that's sort of a wave one, isn't it? So that's a tremendous rise there, isn't it? So it's sort of 5 bagged. So well done those who took that trade. But for me, I think that that's sort of wave one. I think you'll see a bit of a pullback probably here, and then hopefully, if the news continues to be good, then we could see another absolutely fantastic leg out of that one. But for me, I want to see a bit more trading history before I can give a blue box entry for their next wave higher. So I'm going to keep that one on the watch list. Thank you very much. And the next one I'm going to do is ANIC. This is one which we covered off before. We gave that blue box reversal zone, so another great call from us, 5.3, bang on again. And for me, it's broken that prior high, and we're heading up, and I think we're going to be heading up to this 10 pence up to 11.3 pence zone, basically, on that one. So another chart request, thank you very much. MKA is my next one, and another great call from us. I mean, I don't need so much more than that. We gave that 5.4 pence, and we gave it a long while back as a target zone to buy. It was indeed the correct call, and it's going up, and that was our target zone from a long while back at 41.1 up to sort of 51.2 and possibly even 63.8. I think that's still where we're heading. So well done, MKA holders. So that's sort of how many bags from us on that one. It's potentially a 10 bagger, isn't it? So excellent call. Next one I'm going to do is SATs, and just get that one up. This one here is in that blue box reversal zone. It's just going to drop down to the 4 hourly, so it's a bit more tricky. But this 7.15 down to 5.7, I think that's going to be the sort of area to be loading up that one for a push higher in the sort of near term. So not much more to say on that one. Chart request. So there you go. That's where I see it. I think that's the way you want to be loading, and then hopefully we can make another push up. And I've got a target zone of 14.5 to 16.6, but we'll cover that off at another stage. Next one I'm going to do is THX, and this is a chart request again. Just flip back to the daily, and this one here, we've had that blue box reversal zone there. We could see a bit more downside on that one. In fact, we gave that blue box in, didn't we, down here at 28.3, which is correct. and indeed we seem to be correct on the tops there as well. I think that, what we might see there is probably a bit more downside, and then hopefully once we've got that, so we can then make a way up higher and probably sort of attack that sort of 50 pence zone. So I think THX, I think there's more upside in that one, but for now I think we might see a bit of turbulence here, a bit of profit taking before we get some fresh money on board for another push higher. Cornish Metals is my next one. Haven't covered this one off for a little while. I think there's a company update expected on this one at some stage in the future, but it's sort of consolidating really well at this 8 pence level. We gave that as a blue box reversal 7.12. In fact, we think first off gave this around 6 pence level, and we gave that target, didn't we, to 10 pence, which seems to have disappeared, but which was correct. And I think that once we get that update, and as long as it's good, which I think it is, tin price is doing quite well, tin inventories are down. So I think that we could break this prior high and be traded up to 11.3, up to 12.6, and possibly even higher. I think if tin sort of breaks out, I think that these tin plays are going to go absolutely mad, and I think 28.3 up to 34.6 is probably where that one's going to be heading. So that's Cornish Metals, worth putting on your watch list. ATM, next tin play, is on my next one, and this one here, I got that blue box reversal zone at 2.7 to down to 2.56, which is, again, another correct call. Thank you very much. And I've got, if good news is good out of this one, I think that this red box zone target here at 5 pence up to 5.72 is where that's going to be heading. Excuse me, but I've got a much bigger target that on the longer term chart, which I've gave a long time back, and I won't go into that. But we've called this one really well as well. But I think at some point we're going to see trading into 10.95 up to 13.2 pence. So ATM also worth putting on watch list. GFIN is my next one, and this one here, I think there's a lot of noise about this one at the moment, but for me, I think that it's consolidated nicely around here. I think that 0.045 is going to be probably the low. We don't want to see a break of that, but as long as you hold above that level, we can sort of break this 0.13. We should be trading into 0.15 up to 0.183, and possibly even higher, but we shall map that as we go along. AET is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one, that's another one we gave this blue box reversal zone at 34.9 down to 29.7, which again was another correct call. It's heading up, and I think we've still got an incomplete sequence. I think we're going to smash this high at some stage. I think it's inevitable, and we're going to be trading up to 69.4, up to 81 pence. So at some stage in the future, that is, to me, is where that one's headed. And I think I'm just going to do copper because it just makes me laugh. This one is where I think I pointed out to somebody who is another chartist that he was calling this bearish, and indeed I just said it was a corrective move a long while back, and that we were going to be heading up to this 6.18 up to $7, and indeed I was correct again, so we gave that reversal zone down here at 4.16, which is correct again. To me, I think this move's not over. I think we're going to see trading up into that blue box zone in the sort of short term. So that is copper looking really good, and that's for me for Saturday. Back again soon.